Hey everybody, welcome back to 1776 or Bust. So before I get to what the whole point of this video is, just want to do a shout out to one of my buddies out in the YouTube world who I basically owe a lot to in regards to when I first started this channel out. That would be Big Johnson. And if you haven't checked this channel out, Big Johnson's Guns and Gear, I would definitely recommend that you do so. He and I have become pretty good friends over the internet and through our YouTube usage. And I have to say that when I first started out my channel, he was probably my biggest supporter at that point, giving me some advice, some tips, and of course some shout outs of his own so that people would hear of my channel and eventually, you know, start looking at the channel. And now I'm here over 800 subscribers later, and just want to definitely say, hey man, thanks. I really appreciate everything you've done. And I continue to be very thankful for that. We have a friendship and that we keep supporting each other through this YouTube gun community. And, you know, again, couldn't thank you enough for helping me start out this way. And hopefully I can return that favor to you sometime. Okay, so that's my big shout out to my boy, Big Johnson down in Texas. And at some point I'll be doing some more shout outs for other people. Especially lately, I've been getting a lot of shout outs in people's videos. So I really appreciate that from everybody out there who's been doing that. But this one today is for Big Johnson. So thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Keep up the good work. And can't wait to see more of your videos. Okay? So here we go. Now, on the table in front of you, as you see, there are three firearms that are probably three of my tops. This one, the PPQ, obviously. This one, the CZ P07. And this one, the Steyr M9-A1. And the reason why all three of them are out here is I'm going to do just a quick comparison of the grip size on the new M9 versus the other two firearms on the table. Now, this one is my primary carry. I will tell you that I carry this probably, I don't know, probably 90% of the time. My secondary carry would probably be my Glock 19, and then, you know, whatever else I throw in the mix there. But the PPQs are definitely my primary carries for the most part. Now, in regards to the comparison, the reason why I want to do this, I've been getting a lot of comments on my Steyr videos. A lot of people have been very thankful that I've been able to show just the differences between the models, the S9, the M9. I've been getting a lot of questions as to which one would I recommend to buy if you were gonna buy a first Steyr. You know, it's a difficult question to answer because everybody's scenario and is gonna be different. You know, for me, I'm fortunate because I was able to get both. They are not really available a lot. As a matter of fact, the person I bought the gun from, that's Walther River Small Arms. He said that his person who distributes firearms, he's only the one person he knows of that actually, you know, can get these. So it's not, again, a very popular firearm, but if you can definitely take a look at it, I would definitely suggest you doing that. If you're going to ask me which would I prefer, the S9 or the M9, it really is a tough choice. Both great firearms. It's going to depend on your circumstance. If it's going to be only one gun that you're going to get, I would recommend the M9, only because you get the 4-inch barrel, you get the full, well, not even a full-size grip, but a pretty much full grip on it, whereas the S9 is more of like a subcompact concealed carry type of firearm, so that might be your secondary gun. But I would definitely recommend probably the M9 if you need an all-around, you know, range gun, carry gun, that sort of thing. But anyway, let's get back to what this was really about. Now, what you see here are, and the reason why the P07's out here, I'm not doing a really in-depth, detailed comparison between the three. It's mostly about size. Now, in regards to the PPQ, because this is my carry, my daily carry for the most part, you'll notice that the grip sits in my hand really well. Again, I have a little bit of play down here where my pinky is. I could even probably tighten my fingers up as I kind of move my way up onto the slide. But you can see there's a pretty good amount of room there. And there's a slight undercut underneath the trigger guard here for the PPQ, but it's not significant. It's not like something, let's say, the Glock 19 has. And it's just a very, very slight undertake here. But other than that, fantastic firearm. You know, it sits in my hand very nicely. Again, I can't say enough about it. You all know that I'm a huge Walther fanboy, but so I'm not going to try to pretend I'm not. But I will tell you, this is just a great firearm, has really treated me well, and I've had zero complaints with any or either of the PPQs that I own. Now, of course, when you compare it to the Steyr, and let me move the P07 out of the way for now. But if you compare the two, the Steyr, once you put that in the grip again, you'll notice a full-size grip. It looks like that you have a lot more play in regards to the pinky area. Again, as you kind of creep up on the top of that slide, you can see that that room even gets more separated from where your pinky is to the bottom of the magazine. But again, I have said this before, I really think this is more of an illusion than it is fact. Now, I'm not going to sit here and measure the length of the grips. You know, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go by how it feels in my hand and why I think it feels that way. So again, it looks like this grip is much bigger. So I'm going to do what I did with my Glock, and I'm going to turn them on their bottoms or their tops of their slide. And what you're going to notice is that when I put them side by side, there you go. There's your big difference between the two. Between the two differences in sizes. So let me see if I can do that here. This is going to be basically bottom of the grips. Oh, if I can do that better. Bottom of the grip to bottom of the grip. And you'll notice that if I have the PPQ on top, you can't even see the actual M9's grip. However, if I turn it over again, and you put just line these up as best I can here, guys, apologize. But if you put the Steyr on top of the PPQ, you'll notice that a little bit of the PPQ's tail actually sticks out here, whereas the Steyr doesn't. So again, I would say to you that if you're considering this too big of a gun to carry, I'm telling you right now, this is absolutely a gun you can carry. You just need to make sure you get a very good holster for it, and you get a good belt for it. But this is definitely a noticeably similar gun in regards to the size. Again, it may not appear that way, but as I said before, what you'll notice is that the way this swoops up and this is squared off, this allows you to move your hand higher into the slide. So as a result, it actually makes the grip look longer when in fact it's not. This one here, you can see because your finger stops there, your fingers don't have that ability to climb any higher onto the slide. That's about as high as it's going to go. And you can see that if you look at the back of my hand, that's already eaten up the entire polymer. With the Steyr, again, as you start to kind of crawl up onto that slide, you'll notice that the hand is much deeper into the gun itself, which allows you more room. So that's all I wanted to show you about that, because I really think that is something that people need to take something away with. That if you're concerned that this is too big of a gun, then you'd be too concerned that this is too big of a gun. And I carry this daily, and I have had no issues with anything, as long as you dress appropriately. Again, if you're going to wear a skin-tight tank top and some like bicycle shorts, which would be kind of an interesting look, these guns aren't going to work for you. But if you wear, a loose-fitting shirt, pair of cargo pants, pair of jeans, inside the waistband carry, you should be good to go. Even right now, in the cold weather, outside the waistband, if you can get one, I would see no problems with carrying this firearm either. Now, the reason why I had the P07 out was simply because, again, a lot of people say that the bore axis is really low, and they are correct, but it's really the slide height that's low, comparatively speaking to this one. Now, of course, if we do this comparison again, you'll notice that there's really, again, not a significant difference in regards to the actual grip length. Now, if you look at it from that standpoint, you can see that, again, the Steyr, because it has such a steep angle, you have a little bit of the tip over here pointing over the actual P07 grip. But other than that, there's not, in my opinion, a significant difference in carrying the two. Again, nice fitting gun, sits pretty high into the handgun. However, because that beaver tail is there, it kind of limits your access into the gun itself. And you can see that is nowhere near as cut out as, let's say, the Steyr. Again, the Steyr has a very, very deep cut into the actual frame, which allows you to sit even higher up on the firearm. So that's just kind of a quick comparison of the three. Again, it's up to you to decide what you want to do and which one you would choose. If I was going to choose and I can only get one Steyr, I'd probably go with this one because this one fits all the needs. But while you're at it, you can't beat this one either. So as always, guys, I hope you're being safe out there. Hopefully you guys have a great Super Bowl day, and check out Big Johnson's channel. Good dude, good information, has nice guns, and a very good collection. So always check out his channel as well, and I hope you guys are safe out there, and freedom is never free.